Hello guys, and welcome to this new tutorial. In this video, I will show you how to create the following dashboard, which is about World Cup results between 1930 and 2014. In this tutorial, we are going to analyze data set that contains three different tables, in which we are going to extract the different insights about World Cup. We start by the countries that won the World Cup, teams by total finals and semifinals, countries that hosted the World Cup, competition stats by year. We will also create a map about the audience by country and year, the total countries qualified to the World Cup, and also a detailed table about the winners and top teams by World Cup year with the finals stadium. But before starting working with Tableau, let's first explore our dataset in Excel. As you can see, we have three different tables. So we have World Cup matches, World Cup Tableau format, and World Cups. So for World Cups, we have the year, so we have the different years, starting from 1930 to 2014. The country hosted the World Cup, the winner, runners-up, right? The third position, fourth position, goals scored within the World Cup, total teams qualified, total matches played, and the attendance. For World Cup Tableau format, we have same thing, the year, the game number, we have the date, the time, and the round. We have also the stadium, the city, and the country. We have the team, opponent, and the observation, right? So observation after each game. And for World Cup matches, same thing. We have the year, the date, and the time. The round, we have the stadium, the city, the country. Then we have the home team, home goals, then away goals and away team, and also the observation after each game. So now let's import our dataset into Tableau and create the relationships between the tables in order to create our data visualizations. So as you can see here, we have our dataset with our three tables. First, we drag and drop World Cups in here. Then World Cup matches, right? And here we select the fields. So for World Cup, we select country, and World Cup matches, same thing, we select country. So like that, we created our first relationship between World Cups and World Cup matches. Same thing, we drag and drop World Cup Tableau format in here. And we select the fields. So World Cups, we select the country, and World Cup Tableau format, same thing, we select the country. So like that, we have created our relationships. Now let's start creating our visualizations. So you click on Sheet 1. And we are going to create the table for the countries that won the World Cup. So we double click, we write countries that won the World Cup, right? Okay. So we go to World Cups table, we drag and drop winner into the columns. Same thing, we drag and drop winner into the text, and we select count. So measure count. Same thing, we press Ctrl key and we drag and drop count winner into the detail, and we sort that. So we have Brazil with 5, and the last one is England with 1. We click on standard, we select fit with, we click on winner and hide field, we double click on the title, so we put it in the center, bold 11, and we put it in white, apply OK. We right click on the title, format title, and for the shading we select green, for the border we select white. Same thing, we right click on the table, format, and we are going to select the shading as black, right? For the font it will be bold white 8, and we are going to add our borders, so we put everything in white. Same thing for row divider and column divider. Same thing for the alignment, we put it in the center, right? And like that we get our table for countries that won the World Cup. Next we are going to create a butterfly chart for teams by total finals and total semifinals. We'll just change the border in here, so put it in white. So you click on your worksheet, double click teams by total finals and semifinals, right? Okay, so I'm going to create 3 different calculated fields. So the first one, we call it finals. So you click on here, round World Cup Tableau format, create calculated field, we name it finals. And we say if round equals to final, then give me round World Cup Tableau format. Then okay, and we write end. So we copy this one, apply okay. As you can see here, it will appear in here. The next one, so we click on round, same thing, create calculated field, we name it semi-finals, and same thing, if round equals to semi-finals, then give me round, apply okay. I will just modify the name, so edit semi-finals, apply okay. And third one, we call it 0 axis, so you write 0 axis and you write 0, apply okay. So drag and drop team into the rows, finals into the columns, and we select measure count. Same thing, semifinals into the columns, and we select measure count. We drag and drop the round into the filters, and we select only final and semifinals, apply okay. Right click on the first axis, edit axis, and we select reversed. We drag and drop the 0 axis between the count semifinals and count finals. We right click on this axis and we remove the header. We click on sum 0 axis, we press Ctrl key and we drag and drop the team into the label. So double click on the axis, we remove 0 axis, tick marks into none. We change it from automatic into text, and we right click, format. So I'm going to remove the 0 line. Same thing for the columns, we remove the grid line, and the rows, same thing. Here we are going to change the title, so we write semifinals, and here we will have the finals, right? Okay, we can sort that. And same thing for semifinals, we press Ctrl key and we drag the count into the label. Same thing for the finals, we press Ctrl key and we drag the count of finals into the label. Now we can format our worksheet. So we start by the title, format title. So the border it will be white and the shading will be in green. We double click, put it in the center, white, bold, and 11. Apply OK. So for the colors, you can change it into gold or orange, right? And we right click, format. So the shading it will be in black. The font will be bold, white, and 8. And same thing for the borders, we add everything in white. So like that, we get our butterfly chart for teams by total finals and semi-finals. Next, we are going to create a horizontal bar chart for the countries that hosted the World Cup. So you click on New Worksheet, countries that hosted the World Cup. World Cup, right. So go to World Cups table and we drag and drop country into the rows. We press Ctrl key and we drag and drop country into the columns and we select count. We can order that. Right click on country, hide field labels. Double click on the axis, we remove the title. We can also change the type of year into date, and we drag and drop it into the label. So click on the label, format, and for the alignment it will be in the center, right? We can also change the color into gold, and we can format our worksheet. So right click, format, shaded, it will be in black, right? For the alignment it will be for the header in the center. For the font it will be bold, white, and 8. And same thing for the border, so we add everything in white. We double click on the title, put it in the center, white, bold, and 11. Apply, OK. Right click, format title, and for the border it will be in white. For the shading it will be in green. We can also edit the label, so you click in here and select format. For the font we can put it in black, right? And same thing, we can add white borders to our bars. So like that we get our horizontal bar chart for countries that hosted the World Cup. Same thing, we can create another horizontal bar chart for countries qualified to the World Cup. So duplicate this one, right click, duplicate, and name it countries qualified to the World Cup. Okay, so remove everything, remove this one, and remove this one. So go to World Cup Tableau format, drag and drop team into rows. We drag and drop year into the columns, and we count distinct. So measure, count distinct. We can sort that. We press Ctrl key and we drag and drop count distinct into the label. Same thing, we right click, format for the columns. For the grid lines, we remove it from, so none. For the rows, same thing. Okay. So remove the grid lines and the zero lines. And for the label alignment, it will be on the right. And with a double click on the axis, we remove the title. So like that, we get our horizontal bar chart for the number of times each country qualified to the World Cup. Next, we are going to create a stacked bar chart. So click on your worksheet and we name it competitions stats by year. So go to World Cups table, drag and drop year into the columns, and measure names into filters. So select none, and we are going to select 3. So we have matches played, qualified teams, and goals scored. Apply, OK. So drag and drop the measure values into the rows. We press Ctrl key and we drag and drop measure names into the color. We click on automatic and we select bar. We click on year and we select discrete. So like that, we have the different years with different stats. We click on year of year and we hide the field. We click on measure names, edit colors. So goal scored, we put it in orange. Matches played in yellow, and qualified teams, we put it, for example, in this color. Apply, OK. Same thing, we double click on the axis, we remove the title. We click on standard fit width, right? And we are going to format our worksheet. So right click, format. For the shading, it will be in black. For grid lines, we have none. Same thing for columns, we remove also the zero lines, and also for the rows. For the font, bold, white, and 8. And same thing, we are going to add the borders in white. So put everything in white. White, 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 and white. We do the same thing for the title. So double click, put it in the center, in white, bold, and 11. Apply OK. Right click, format title, shading will be in green and the border in white. So like that, we get our stacked bar chart for competition stats by year. Next, we are going to create a detailed table for winners and top teams by World Cup year with the finals stadium. So you click on your worksheet. So we write winners and top teams by World Cup year and finals stadium. Okay. So go to World Cups table and we drag and drop winner into the rows. Same thing for the year. And we convert it into discrete. Then we have the runners up, the third position, the fourth position, and we drag and drop around into filters. We select final, apply OK, and we drag and drop the stadium into the text. So like that, we have the winner, we have also the year, and we can also add the hosting country. So drag and drop country into the rows, same thing, and we can change, for example, its name. So go to country, we click on it, rename, and for example we name it hosting country, right? Okay, so increase the width. All right, so now I'm going to format our table. So right click, format, put everything in white and 8, the shading it will be in black, right? And the borders we put everything in white. White, and here also in white. For the alignment we put everything in the center, right? And also for the shading, for row banding we select orange, right? Same thing for the header, and we put it like that. We can do the same thing for the title. So double click, put it in the center in white, bold, and 11. Apply OK. Right click, format, we add the border in white and the shading in green. So like that, we have our detailed table for winners and top teams by World Cup year and final stadium. Next, we are going to create a map for the audience by country and year. So click on your worksheet, write map, audience by country and year. Okay. So we go to World Cups table, we double click on hosting country. We drag and drop the audience into the color. We click on automatic and we select map. Here we have two unknown, edit locations. So for England, we are going to select United Kingdom. And for Korea or Japan, we are going to select one of them. So for example, we can select here, we have Japan, right? Okay. Okay. We click on color, edit color, and we change it, for example, into orange gold, assign. Here for the lowest values, we are going to select all of them, put them in this color. Same thing for these values, we're going to put it in this color. So apply OK. Same thing, we drag and drop here into the tooltip, right? So like that, we have the year, the country, and the attendance, right? Same thing for the color, we can increase opacity into 100%. The border, we put them in black, and we click on map, background maps, put dark. Same thing for the title, so we put it in the center, white, bold, and 11. Apply OK. Right click, format title, and the shading will be in green, the border in white. Same thing, we can also put the worksheet in black, so shading worksheet in black. Like that, we get our map for the audience by country and year. We can also remove the legend. Next, we are going to create our title. So, new worksheet. The first one, we name it title 1. Okay. And we create new calculated field. We name it title 1. And it will be World Cup results. Apply. Okay. So we hide title. We drag and drop title 1 into text. We increase its width. We right click format. And the worksheet, we select bold, white, and 20. The shading, it will be in black. We increase its width. And the alignment, it will be in the center. Okay. We duplicate this worksheet. So we name it title 2. Okay. Same thing, we create another calculated field. We name it title 2, right? And we add our years. So we have 930 to 2014. Apply. Okay. So we remove title 1 and we put title 2. So like that, we have created all the worksheets. Now we are going to create our dashboard. So click on new dashboard and we select the size. So here we put 1850 and here we put 1050. We click on dashboard, format, and we select black, right? Now we drag and drop our sheets. So here we have the countries, we put it on the top. So here we have the teams. Okay. Just like that. Then we have countries that hosted the World Cup. Next we have the stacked bar chart, right? Put it in here. Then we have the map. Next we have countries and the detail table. Okay. Now we are going to import our World Cup logo. So you double click on image and all the links are available in the description. Okay. So fit image, center image. We have here World Cup logo. Okay. And we put it in the center like that. Okay. So this one, same thing, put it as floating, put it inside the stacked bar chart. We remove this. Okay. That's great. So this one we put it entire view, right? We remove the title and we format our legends. So format legends and the border we put it in white. Okay. Next we are going to add our titles, right? To select floating and we add the first title, then the second title. So high title, and we put it like that. Okay, like that. Second one, same thing. Put it in here. Then we also double click on blank, layout, background in white, and we add our lines. Okay. Copy paste, put one in here. Second one like that. Alright, now I'm going to add the flags for the countries. Okay, so same thing, select floating, and also all the links are available in description. So start by the flag of Brazil. Okay, so I put it inside like that. Next we have Italy, same thing. Okay, next we have Germany. Okay, so we copy that, paste it, because we have two, so we put one in here, second one in here, then we have Uruguay, so double click on image, then Argentina, then Spain, France, and finally we have England. So double click. Alright, so like that we get our final dashboard for World Cup results between 1930 and 2040. So that's it for this dashboard. I hope that you have learned new things. Thanks for watching and see you in the next tutorial.